Hey folks, everything new under the sun. Another What Is video. In this video, we're talking about Wormwood, and this is one of the last that's in the Jack Van Impe Prophecy Bible that I'll be talking about, at least from the Jack Van Impe Prophecy Bible itself. But what we're going to do is take a look at Wormwood. What does it mean in relation to Bible prophecy, and have a look at what Wikipedia says about it as well. There's some interesting correlations of it, interesting definitions of it, being what happened in Chernobyl. So we're going to take a look at that. So what we're looking at here is Revelation chapter 8, and this is from the KJV, and verse 11 is where Wormwood is mentioned, and these are about the seal judgments, the seventh seal judgment here, speaking of the seven angels and the seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. It goes on, and it starts in verse 11 here, verse 10 rather. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon a third part of the waters and upon the fountains of the waters. And the name of the star is Wormwood. So what meaning does that have? And a third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. So what exactly does that mean? What is the third angel doing here, speaking of about this great star, and why is it called Wormwood? Well, the Jack Van Impe Bible, Prophecy Bible, says Revelation 8:11 tells us that a star or a meteor named Wormwood will strike the earth, and 1/3 of our planet's water supply will become poisoned. Interestingly, God created every star. He knows their locations and named them. Job 9:9 says that. He knows where the star Wormwood is, and it means bitterness. Bitterness is as well as will use it. He knows where the star is, and he knows as well how it's going to be used. Jack Van Impe mentions here, strange is it not that Wormwood in the Ukrainian language and the Bible is Chernobyl. So what's all that about? So we're going to go to Wikipedia here. So here is Wormwood. Wormwood is mentioned in the Bible 7 times in the Hebrew Bible, always with the implication of a bitterness. So what does that mean? Bitterness, to taste. When you taste it. The word wormwood appears several times in the Old Testament, translated from the Hebrew term la'ana, which means curse. So the wormwood is a curse upon the people. It's mentioned only once in the New Testament, in the book of Revelation, and third angel sounded, and that's what we read there, the book of Revelation. The Greek word, it says, is believed to refer to a plant or the genus Artemisia, used metaphorically to mean something with bitter taste. The English rendering of wormwood refers to a dark green oil produced by the plant, which is used to kill intestinal worms, interestingly. In the book of Revelation, it refers to the water being turned into wormwood, i.e. made bitter. So if you go down to the bottom of this, it speaks to Chernobyl and the Ukrainian language. So let's actually go back here. It says the Ukrainian language word for wormwood is Chernobyl. And of course we know about Chernobyl. It's a Ukrainian town name, and it is one of the locations that was evacuated after the massive nuclear accident in the Soviet Union. So let's go here, and this is Chernobyl. Chernobyl is a city in the restricted Chernobyl exclusion zone, situated in the Ivankiv Rayon of northern Kiev Oblast, near Ukraine's border. Going back to that. Chernobyl is about 90 kilometers and approximately 140 northeast of Kiev, and approximately 140 kilometers southwest of the Belarusian city of Gomel. The city was the administrative region for Chernobyl Rayon district from 1923 until it was disestablished in 1988. Before its evacuation, the city had about 14,000 residents. So what happened? Well, the city was evacuated in 1986, 30 hours after the Chernobyl accident at the Chernobyl power plant, and that was the most disastrous nuclear accident in history. It goes on, and it's a ghost town today, basically, and there's If you search on YouTube for Chernobyl, there's lots of people, walking through Chernobyl. It's very interesting and eerie to have such, whole civilizations effectively deserted, ghost towns, and that was because of the radiation disaster. And so, what does Revelation 8 speak of? Does it speak to a radiation disaster, a nuclear event, maybe brought on by a star that falls from heaven? Is it a metaphorical star? Does it mean maybe a nuclear weapon is falling from the sky? Is being shot or dropped on a part of the earth, which causes a third part of the rivers and fountains to become bitter and poisonous. And is that why is Chernobyl called Chernobyl, which translates to wormwood? It's very interesting, the correlation between Chernobyl and wormwood there. And what is this star that falls from heaven? Is this a nuclear weapon which causes massive death on the earth? And it's just one of the weapons that the angels use. Maybe they make use of what man is already doing, and this is one of the angels' trumpet judgments here, being the poisoning of the water. And what will happen when the water is poisoned? Men will continue to blaspheme God when it happens. So, interesting stuff about Chernobyl, wormwood, nuclear disasters, and the poisoning and bitterness of the waters, which is going to come when the wrath of God comes, which I think we're fairly close to. I think we're within 6 years of the wrath of God falling upon the planet for the evil that is here, and to show the world that God is still in control. So that's been another What Is video about the word wormwood from the Jack Van Impe Prophecy Bible, and a couple of the resources, including Wikipedia. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.